Welcome back to the Peaceful Parenting Podcast. I'm your host, John, and today's episode is about journaling, which is simple, powerful, and deeply personal. Now, I know what some of you might think. I barely have time to drink my coffee. How am I supposed to journal? But trust me, this practice doesn't have to take much time, and the benefits can be incredible. Journaling is one of those quiet tools that can make a huge difference in managing our emotions as parents. And as always, I'm joined by parenting expert Susan, who will help us break down how this works and why it matters. Susan, welcome back.
Thanks, John. I love this topic because journaling is a gentle yet powerful way to process emotions, especially when managing anger. It gives us space to reflect, release stress, and build self-awareness. And it's completely free.
So, Susan, let's start at the top. Why is journaling such a useful tool for parents trying to stay calm and manage anger?
Great question. Think about it. After a long, stressful day, maybe the kids were wild, dinner was chaotic, and your patience was tested, your emotions can feel like they're bubbling over. Journaling provides an outlet for those emotions. It's a healthy outlet for expressing what you're feeling, rather than letting it build up and explode. When you write down your thoughts, you create distance. You can see your emotions on paper, which helps you understand them rather than be controlled by them. It's a tool for emotional release, reflection, and growth.
So, instead of letting your stress spill over onto your family, you pour it into a notebook, and it helps you make sense of it.
Exactly.
Okay, so for someone new to journaling, what's a simple way to get started?
The easiest way is to start with evening reflection. Write about your day for 5 minutes after the kids go to bed. Focus on what triggered strong emotions. What were your thoughts and physical reactions? How did you respond? And how would you like to respond next time? Star. This kind of reflection helps you identify patterns and triggers, which is the first step in managing them more effectively.
That sounds so doable. Take just 5 minutes to check in with yourself.
Yes. And once you get into the habit, it becomes a grounding part of your daily routine.
Now, I know there are different types of journaling. Can you walk us through a few and how they can help?
Sure. Each style has its benefits, and you can mix and match based on what you need. Gratitude journaling. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day. It shifts your focus from what's frustrating to what's going well. It's a great mood booster. Reflective journaling. Dive into your thoughts and feelings. Ask, why did I react that way? What was I feeling? This helps you gain insights into your behavior. Trigger journaling. Write about specific moments when you felt angry. What happened? What were you thinking and feeling? How could you respond differently next time? Stream of consciousness writing. Write freely without editing. This can uncover thoughts and emotions you didn't even realize you were carrying.
So, you don't have to follow a perfect structure. You just need to be honest and present.
Exactly. There's no right way to journal. Whatever helps you process and reflect.
Do you have any real-life stories from parents who've used journaling to help with anger management?
Yes. One mom I worked with often felt overwhelmed and discouraged. She started a gratitude journal, writing down things like her child's giggles or how the sun hit the kitchen window. Over time, her perspective shifted and her stress began to decrease. Another parent used reflective journaling to explore why certain behaviors from her kids triggered anger. She realized it stemmed from feeling unappreciated. That insight helped her communicate her needs more effectively, and the entire family dynamic began to shift.
That's beautiful. It's amazing how just putting thoughts on paper can unlock that kind of growth.
If you're not sure what to write, here are a few prompts to help you begin. Describe a recent situation that triggered anger. What happened, and how did you feel about it? Reflect on the time when you effectively managed your anger. What strategies did you use? Write about a recurring trigger. How can you respond differently next time? List 3 things you're grateful for today. How do they make you feel? Set an intention for tomorrow. How will you handle challenging situations? I love those prompts. They're simple, but powerful, and perfect for busy parents.
Susan, this has been a constructive conversation. Journaling is one of those tools that's easy to start, yet can have a considerable impact.
Absolutely. Even just a few minutes a day can help you stay calm, understand your emotions, and become a more grounded, intentional parent.
For those listening, if this episode resonated with you, be sure to check out Anger Management Solutions for Parents by Agnes Blake. There's a whole section on journaling, along with practical prompts and examples that can guide you through the process. If you find this helpful, please consider subscribing to the Peaceful Parenting Podcast and sharing it with a friend. Remember, progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from showing up, reflecting, and growing day by day. You got this.